Hello again. It is Profitable Moment with Olutayo Somide, and it's really getting interesting because a lot of questions have come across in the course of the last few episodes. People asking questions, especially about the topic that we treated on the guilt of wrong decisions, not being tied down by your errors, by your mistakes, that mistakes and errors are realities, they're part of life. And of course, knowing that depression is a possibility on the road to success. And when you fail once, when you fail second time, then if you dwell so much on your failures and you dwell so much on the errors that you have made, if you feel so guilty about them and you're not moving on, then you are close to depression. And somebody now asked, I've had a lot of people talk about moving on. You tell us to move on. Once you fail, you move on. Yes, you need to move on. In the first instance, do not internalize your failure. Do not internalize your failure. You are not a total failure. As long as you are still breathing, you are not a total failure. You still have the opportunity of picking it up and moving on. And the question is, how do you move on? The first question you ask is, how did I get here? What led me here? What led me to that wrong decision? Did I walk the right path? Did I ask the right question before taking that decision? Because most of the time when people fail, it is not for lack of planning, but could be the lack of working the plan genuinely, truthfully, and religiously. It could be a moment of distraction, and then you fall off the line of what you have really planned for yourself. Yeah, it happens. But most of the time when failures come, when we fail, when people make errors, we blame everybody else. You blame your friend, you blame the society, you blame the government, you blame your parents, you blame the school that you have attended, you blame the people that you socialize with. And then instead of realizing the error and taking steps to correct them immediately, you now start living a triangular life. Now, what do I mean by triangular life? If you have a job to go to, if you have a business to go to, you leave your house, you go to business, and from there, straight to possibly your religious center. Then back home, triangular life, three angles. Now, most people who have succeeded in life are not people who live triangular lives. There must be either a fourth angle, a rectangular angle, hexagonal lifestyle. Home, work or job, your religious organization that you go to so that you can be closer to your maker, whatever way you believe in him and all of that. You must have a social life. Most people don't socialize. Once they fail, they become so withdrawn. When you find yourself in such a situation, you need to open up, socialize. Look for somebody you can confide in. Then the question is, who do you confide in? You have a society where people are even waiting for you to fail so they can laugh you to scorn. People are waiting for you to fail so they can ride and say all kinds of manners of things to you, about you and to you. Yeah, we live in such a society that you can't even trust your friends, you can't even trust your relations. But there should be somebody that you can talk to. And that's why you need to enlarge the scope of your social circle, the people that you socialize with. You must have, a fourth or fifth angle. Recreate. Leave the environment that depresses you. Leave the environment that reminds you of the wrong errors and the mistakes that you have made. Look for somebody you can talk to. Talking is the first major move that you should make when you realize that you have failed one way or the other. And that's what most trainers will say, that it is not about failing, it's not about falling, it's falling forward, failing forward, and not failing or falling backward. Falling backward means that you're still feeling guilty, you're still holding on to the things that brought you down in the first instance. Falling forward means you are learning from them and you are falling forward, living a new life, talking to the right people and looking for the right words from the right people that can take you out of that situation. And once you have that, don't go back. Don't go back. Just move on. And then forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Embrace yourself. Most people find it difficult to forgive themselves. Even when they want to move on, they don't forgive themselves. They say words, and once they say words, negative words about themselves, they internalize those words, and those things keep them where they are, rooted to a spot, and they can't move on. But I know around you, there are people that are ready to lift you. There are people that are ready to listen to you. There are counselors willing to talk to you. There are business people who are willing to lend a hand, who are willing to teach and lift you. If it's a wrong business decision, job decision, relationship decisions that is gone wrong, they are ready to lift you. But be ready and willing to talk. Be truthful. Help yourself. Even Shakespeare said it. To yourself, be true. Be truthful. Don't hide anything. Don't hold anything back. That's the only way that people can help you in the process of healing and in the process of moving on. But the point is that do not be tied down by the guilt of your errors, by the guilt of your wrong decisions. I hope I've been able to answer the question. Keep them coming, and we'll keep reacting to some of the questions that come up in the course of sharing profitable moments with you. I am Olutayo. See you soon.